going on, man? It's your boy Round, aka Josh, back with another episode of RoundTable Sports. Today, I bring you all the heartbreak of what they call the NBA draft lottery. Man, as an Atlanta fan, a true diehard Atlanta fan, I'm talking about Atlanta everything. Sometimes you get to the point where you should be used to the heartache, but you have just that little inkling of hope where you're like, okay, yeah, maybe this year we turn around, or this year we're gonna do this year we're gonna do that. But then in reality, it's just like, it's the same old thing every year. They said, I knew for a fact that the Hawks were gonna have a chance to have 2 first-round draft picks. I'm sorry, 2 top 10 draft picks, as long as the Mavericks pick wasn't in the top 4, which I knew it probably wasn't. So, I mean, I was hoping for 1 and 6, 2 and 6, the 2nd and the 6th, you know. But 8 and 10th, there's nothing we can really do with that. When I got home from the Braves game yesterday, I saw that, you know, the new mock drafts had us choosing Cam Reddish. I'm not opposed to that. I'm real high on Cam Reddish. I like, you know, the size and athleticism that he has. And some of the analysts were saying that he's the most probably NBA ready forward that's going to be in the draft. But, and then they had us choose a center from Texas, Jackson or something. I cannot remember the man's last name. But 8 and 10, it was just heartbreaking. You know what I'm saying? And for the Lakers to go from 11 pre-mock draft lottery to top 4, it doesn't seem right. Some stuff to me just doesn't seem right with the NBA. And it always has to do with, maybe it's just me overreacting, it always has something to do with LeBron. Now, aside from when he went to Miami, it's been a coaching change. Every year, you might as well let him be the coach. At this point in time, he gonna get what he want anyway. I don't get it. Yeah, you have those certain players that are the face of a league or whatever. You don't see Tom Brady asking for a coaching change, or Tom Brady, you know, got to do this, got to be in the spotlight or whatever. Last time he was in the spotlight was with Aaron Hernandez stuff and all this other jazz, but other than that, he's not even really in the spotlight unless, you know, when they go into the Super Bowl. But that's a part of the game I respect about it. I can't wait for him to retire either, but man, I'm not the biggest fan of LeBron. I respect this game because, you know, one of the most dominant players that the NBA has ever seen. But as far as just, you know, the whining and got to have my way, this got to be like this, or I'm going to do this, doesn't have to be like that. Much as I really didn't care for Kobe either, but Kobe, first of all, stayed on the same team. I got respect for him for that. I respect anybody that stays on one team and works with what they got and don't have any excuses. That 09 Lakers team that he took to the championship, man. I mean, you really can't really name anybody off of that team except Gasol, unless you really know the sport. Then you know some other people. But the 07 team that LeBron had, I mean, they got swept, yeah. But that team wasn't. I don't think the team was as horrible as 09 Lakers. I don't think. That's just my opinion. But that's up for debate. Like I said, you can comment in the comment section. Let me know if you think that I'm wrong or whatever like that, or what your feelings are on it. But I don't think I'm wrong on it. Or I don't, you know, just pitch me your point of view on that argument. But the draft lottery just upset me. Like I said, it was the most anticipated. This is the first time me and my homeboy was talking about this last night. This is the first time I've actually watched it. And I was telling him also that I feel like when they came out, you know, they did a little pre-stuff or whatever. And then when they came out, they already had envelopes in hand. What I think they need to do to make it a little more, you know, fan-friendly, to where we don't think that some people, I mean, I was reading down my Facebook timeline and Twitter timeline, you know, they were saying that they just, you know, it just didn't look right. It just didn't, something that just doesn't seem right. So what I think they should do is pull the ping pong balls or whatever their process is, do it in front, do it on the stage. Even if that means lengthening it to an hour, you know, just 30 minutes yesterday. Cut out some of that pre-talk and, you know, lengthen it to an hour, what you got to do, and then pull the ping pong balls in front of everybody so it doesn't look like, you know, this is what happened. He had 3 teams jump up 6 spots. we had less of a chance to get the number 8 pick than we did the number 1 pick. 10.5% to get the number 1 pick, 8% to get the number 8 pick. And we got the number 8 pick. How you have a less chance to get a lower pick and you got that lower pick? And some stuff like that I just don't understand. But man, we'll see in June. I think the draft is June the 20th. We'll see in June what we do. I just hope we, don't mess that up and pick folk that, nobody's ever heard about or not even from. I don't have a problem with international players, but I mean, it's not like we've heard of them or seen them. Not a lot of us, unless you're heavily into, the potentials to come into the league. Other than that, people just look at college basketball and see what's going on. But like I said, we'll see what we do with the 8th and 10th pick. My opinion on it, we got 3 second round. The Hawks got 3 second round picks. I mean, you can put both of those both of those first round picks and a second to move up to the top 4 or 3. Or you can put one of the first round picks and one of the second round picks and move up a little closer. Either way, they need to try and move up. Just try. But like I said, just with whatever's the best of our ability or who's the best available in the draft left, that's who we need to go after and things like that. Think about the fans that, have put up so much. Like I said, we were on that high in that 2015 season. But we'll see. And then that next year we just, not dismantled, but we weren't as good. Downfall, you start to see, 2017, rebuild, a full complete rebuild. All the starting five was gone. Except for baseball. But, like I said, we just need to see what we can do and just pick the best people that we can. But I'm off of that. And better news, but it's better news. But yesterday, I was at the Braves game, I said, for my birthday and things like that. Braves didn't show up or think they had a game, and it ended up being 14-3. One of the few times I've left the game early because, I was just so hot. Hot as in upset, not hot as in physical. But like I said, it was 11-0 before we even got a hit. But man, the season's still early, whatever like that. Sorry that NCRT got hurt. It kind of does open up the door because it was a log jam in our minor league system for, one of our better prospects, Austin Riley, who's been tearing it up in the International League. Tearing it up. 13 home runs in the past 18 games. 31 RBIs. Been batting .391. You can't really get too much hotter than that over less than a 20-game stretch. You got 31 RBIs and 13 home runs, including the grand slam yesterday. But NCRT left the game yesterday, and I followed, scrolling down my Twitter feed, like, what's going on. Because at the game, you don't hear the announcers. They don't announce, what really happened or put it on the screens. They do that at Falcons games when the player gets hurt. But at Braves games, you don't know. Majority of baseball games I've been to, you don't find out what's going on until you either late on that night or whatever like that, if you're at the game. But NCRT ended up leaving the game early with lower back tightness. And I noticed it when I saw Acuna move to center and, they brought Camargo out to left. Camargo's naturally an infielder. Naturally not third baseman. Naturally, anywhere in the infield, second, short, or third. But, we signed Donaldson, so he's going to be platooning and, giving folk days off. But he's been playing outfield a couple games, and you can tell he's a little lost out there. Just not getting it together and things like that, not really knowing what's going on too much. But when NCRT getting hurt, more than likely I'll put him on the IL and bring up Austin Riley. They said it, after the game was over yesterday. And hopefully, we'll see what he does. More than likely, he'll probably be starting tonight in left and move Acuna to center. So we'll see what he does. Don't know where in the batting lineup he'll probably bat. More than likely be either 5th or 6th. As long as he just comes up doing what he got to do, I don't have a problem with anything that he does. Just produce, man. That's all you can do. I know it's a lot to take in. 22 years old, but seems like you're ready. And look, at this point in time, we can take all that we got. All that we need. We need to take advantage of, because Phillies lost yesterday, so we need to take advantage of them losing. And we could have gained the game, but we didn't lose any ground. Stay right where we at. But at 500 ball, 21-21, we got to do something. just to make this push. Like I said, I know it's the first third of the season, but we need to, start making some type of movement towards it. But like I said, that was the only two things I really wanted to bring up today was, the draft lottery from yesterday and how disgusted I was about how it played out. Another thing with that, I really don't see, even if the Pelicans keep the number 1 pick, I don't see AD staying. That's just me. It's an inkling in my body telling me that the Lakers are going to use their number 4 pick, some of the players that they have, and go after AD. If New Orleans is smart, they'll take it. That way you'll have 2 top 4 picks and a couple of young players as well. If they throw in Kuzma or Ingram, I don't think Kuzma is touchable. But Ingram and maybe Lonzo, I don't know. Lonzo it was playing all right ball before he got hurt. But Ingram and somebody else, and then the number 4 pick get AD. So then, the Pelicans will have the number 1 and the number 4 pick. You get Zion and whoever else you wanted. And, you have a nice young core. Granted, the Pelicans are in the West. They're not going to be contenders or competing right off the bat, but it'll speed that window up. Maybe they thought it was a 4 or 5 year process, might speed up to 1, 2, or 3. Never know. Sports is weird. It's a weird game, and as fans, you look at it from a different perspective from what the people on the inside look at it. But some people don't get that. Yeah, stuff takes time. I've told countless people, man, there's not a franchise in any sport that has been good their whole franchise. People talking about the Patriots now, but before 2001, the Patriots were not hitting on nothing. That's just what it is. Before 13, 14, the Warriors wasn't hitting on nothing. They was all right. It's some fans it's some people that are fans now that couldn't even name anybody. The Michael Petruses, the Baron Davis, you couldn't even name them people. Monta Ellis, couldn't name them people. But there's no franchise that has been good the whole time. Before last year, the last time the Braves had been to the playoffs or won the division was 5 years ago. That's a long time. But as a fan, you stick by what you got going on. So some fans I can commend. Like I said, I put the utmost respect in Browns, Raiders, Lions, those type of fans. I can't even name a real horrible team in baseball. I guess the Orioles aren't too good now. The Blue Jays aren't really good, but they have championship. Those two teams have. But the other teams that don't have a championship for a while, or things like that. Indians haven't won a championship in a long time. They went to the World Series, but they don't have a championship in over 50 years. So stuff like that, man. I really have more respect for people that are fans and legitly, you don't have to. To me, you don't have to know the players, but as a fan, you have to have been there when the times was rough to be there when the times are, get better. I'm gonna be there when the Braves, when the Falcons, when the Hawks get back on top. I'm gonna be there because I've been here for these down times. I remember the year the Hawks was 13-69. Horrible. Now, I was born in a good time with the Braves. I was born in 1990, so that was the year before they started going, the year before they went those 14 titles. They won those 14 straight division titles. So I was born in a good Braves time. So when I got, what year was it? 2005 was the end of that run. I was in high school, really into it. I didn't know how to react to us not making the playoffs from 05 to 2010. Then went from 10 to didn't go in 11, went to the playoffs in 2012. Won division in 2013. Didn't do anything again until last year. So I've learned to cope with it, but it's a lot, man. Go ahead and wrap this video up. Like I said, I didn't want it to go on as long as it has, but those are the only two things I want to talk about was the NBA draft lottery and the Braves calling up Austin Riley and seeing what he does tonight and moving forward this next weekend, some change that he will have opportunity to play. Hopefully he makes the best of it. That way, to me, I think it's the best, a good thing to have a hard decision to make when a player you call up or anything like that is producing. And you got to make a roster move. because somebody else that was hurt is coming back. I think that's a good thing. It's a bad thing because I don't want to let nobody go or send somebody back down. But I think it's a good hard decision to have is when majority of the players are producing or things like that. But man, thank y'all for watching this video, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll bring y'all some more content when I find out some more stuff about what's going on in this crazy world with Atlanta sports and with national news and things like that. But thank y'all for checking in with me, man. Gone.